very pleased to welcome former Governor General Adrienne Clarkson. Good morning.
Hello, all of you.
Great to have you here. You're also the co-chair of the Institute for Canadian Citizenship, and it is, in fact, Citizenship Week. What lovely, wonderful things your institute does. We talked a while back about the partnership with Via Rail and offering a chance for new citizens to go across the country and see all sorts of different national sites.
Well, we also have the Cultural Access Pass, which means that if you're a new citizen today, and there are a bunch of people being made new citizens today, including at Dundas Square, at Yonge and Dundas, we want everybody to come. CIII, which is the ministry, is organizing a wonderful day called the Great Canadian Oath, and everybody can reaffirm their oath of citizenship there at noon on Dundas Square. Well, basically, I think the Cultural Access Pass gives people access to over 1,000 cultural institutions like the Science Centre, like the Aquarium in Vancouver. Art galleries.
All for free.
All for free for 1 year for a new Canadian and their family of 4 children.
And your institute is also about making people feel welcome. It's not, immigration doesn't end when you move to Canada.
No, immigration is one step. And the reason why I founded the Institute when I left Ottawa was that I am the first immigrant Governor General. I'm the first Governor General to have not been born in this country. And I'm not the first woman. The first woman was Jeanne Sauvé. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you that. Anyway.
I hope that's my question.
I booped. Because many people say to me, oh, you were the first woman. I'm not. I'm the first immigrant. But anyway, so that is why I felt it was important to welcome people, because we were welcomed. Right. And we came at a time when there wasn't that much immigration in the 40s. And when basically Canada was quite a white country and and statistically said it wanted to stay a white country. And then we changed, because that's what's wonderful about Canada. Canada is capable of change. And, you know, there was all sorts of restrictive immigration. Chinese were not welcomed. Chinese men who were here, who had laundries or restaurants, who had worked on the railroad, were not allowed to bring their families. Everything was very restricted. And then it all changed, and it's changed in my lifetime, and that's what I wanted to convey to people, that Canada is this country that is capable of change always.
Do you want to, should we ask the questions?
Yeah, why don't
I'm curious to know
okay, I'm going to ask
What are you going to
Now,
do for the
these
one
are-
you just...
Well, I don't know.
You have to make it up.
You'll have to pull something else out of
Now,
it.
these
Oh,
are
I know,
actual
no,
questions,
I
right?
can make up a question.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, these are actual.
So these are
All right.
citizenship questions.
All
actual
right, and
questions,
to
starting with Dave.
you, Dave.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
What is the only officially bilingual province in Canada? I'll give you a choice. Alberta, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick.
I'll say Ontario, because it's not the obvious one.
Wrong.
I will guess. Can we look at the
Yes,
again, ma'am?
it's Alberta, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick.
I was going to say Manitoba, actually, but that's not there. No, lots of French-speaking.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to jump in?
I know the answer, though.
Oh,
It's
all
New
right.
Brunswick.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that fascinating?
It
And
is.
It's
Yeah.
been for over 30 years
amazing.
since Louis Robichaud was the Premier of New Brunswick. There we go.
right.
On to the next.
Okay.
Which famous Canadian composed our national anthem? Celine Dion, Calixte Lavallée, Bryan Adams, Gordon Lightfoot.
Thank goodness that's an E. Well, I'll go with B, but I didn't know it, I will admit. But did you know that?
No, I didn't know that, but as
But by
you
the
said,
process of elimination,
Yeah.
you'd go with
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah, because you knew it wasn't the others.
Right.
Aren't you clever people? All right, so
getting
we've got the
nervous.
first woman. Now let me think of a question that you would.
Oh, that was
All right.
Give her a sports question. Do you know a sports question?
Sports.
For
For Rosie?
Citizenship?
No, this is going to be about governors general, so I'm going to say.
Okay.
Okay?
All
But, all right. Many of our governors general have come from different origins, because we are a country that is based in immigration, even if I'm the first one who actually immigrated myself. So from what countries did we have, where people were the second generation, did we have a governor general? From Great Britain, from France, from Germany, from the Ukraine.
Holy smokes,
Who's
that's
that for?
impressive.
That's a tough. Rosie, go ahead.
So, sorry, what?
From which country did they come?
Great Britain, France.
Ukraine.
Germany, Ukraine.
Great Britain.
No.
Ukraine?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, two of our governors general
knew that.
are the children of immigrants from the Ukraine, Ed Schreier and Raina Titian.
Raina Titian.
There you go.
Well done.
That
Well done.
was impressive.
That's pretty. Well, I came up with that fight class.
That's
Exactly.
pretty nice.
I'm glad you like that. Okay. Now, in Canada, there are rights and responsibilities. Which of the following is an actual responsibility of all Canadian citizens? The responsibility to help others in the community, the responsibility to obey the law, the responsibility to vote in elections.
Hey,
We're a team over here, Dave.
are you really?
We are.
Yeah.
D, all of the above.
I would say so.
That's it. That is it. And it's
Yeah.
pretty good, isn't
That's
it?
great.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
So-
Well, I mean, I think that it's great to have a week in which we celebrate citizenship, and the ICC, our institute, wants to welcome Canadians, and we've found through our special ceremonies, which we are having all this week. We were welcomed by His Excellency the Governor General on Monday at Rideau Hall. We had a huge ceremony. It was just great.
Are these emotional occasions?
Oh, they're so emotional, but they're so emotional for the Canadians, the established Canadians, as I call them, who are come. And they sit at round tables with the new Canadians and compare experiences. And many of them are established Canadians, but they came 10 years ago, or they came 20 years ago, or their parents came. And then afterwards, they reaffirm their oath when the new citizens take their oath, and everybody tears up.
Yeah.
Do you
I bet.
remember your citizenship ceremony?
Yeah, it was one of the first in 1949. That's when Canadian citizenship began. Before that, we didn't have Canadian citizenship.
Right.
And we were British subjects. And so Canadian citizenship, 1949, and I do remember, and I remember getting that piece of paper. Whenever I see little children, you know, some between 5 and 15 years old, I think of my brother and me going up there with my parents and getting our citizenship and being so happy
Well,
about that.
it's a wonderful thing the way our country welcomes people. And thank you so much for being here this morning.
Well, I enjoyed it, and you didn't do badly on that quiz.
Thank you.
Not too bad, not
No,
too
you
bad.
didn't do
You went
badly.
easy on us.
Former Governor General Adrienne Clarkson, also co-chair of the Institute for Canadian Citizenship. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Lovely to see you.
10 minutes before.